Ahoy hoy, I'm Pavo.
And I'm Neil.
And welcome to That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
It's your weekly digest of everything you need to know in the Star Wars world. And we are here, live in the shed, for episode number 31.
And just a quick mention, we are doing it on Facebook Live.
We're going to do it on that as well. Let's see how it goes.
We might as well.
Bada bing, bada boo. What's first in line?
Absolutely.
Neil.
So,
fresh from his first trailer reaction all on his own.
I know.
Which you'll find on our YouTube channel.
It looks very bright.
It does look very bright and very airy and very roomy.
It looks a lot bigger than it actually is.
Yeah, in here. You need to get yourself some... pop figures, son.
They are. You saw the cabinet on the side.
Yeah, but you need to start blinging it up on the walls. It looks far too...
I'm very neutral. I'm like Howard Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Howard the Duck. Anyway,
well, that'll do. Right,
story.
So Pav, a few episodes ago, we reported that the Han Solo movie will be filming in the Spanish island of Fuerteventura.
Nice.
Well, it is now being confirmed that they will be filming there for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Specifically in the Corfetti, now I hope I've pronounced that correctly, and La Pared, a beach on the island.
Nice.
So, it begs to ask, which planet is it representing? Rumour has it could be either Corellia, is it?
Corellia, yeah.
Or Tatooine.
Okay, Corellia, I believe, is the planet that Han Solo comes from.
Exactly. No, I did know that.
Well done.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. No need to be like that, is there?
I thought you were undermining my Star Wars knowledge. No, I didn't mean it like that. No, absolutely. No, it does. I mean, I saw some pictures of the island on the report that I got it from, and it looks very Tatooine-y.
Well, that's because it's sand, isn't it?
No, but it's the bit, like where the...
Has it got two suns?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It's the pod racing, and you've got like the valleys and
right, okay,
and sort of like the canyons. It's got a lot of those around the beach area, and like cavey sort of bits. So that's what it reminded me.
Beggar's Canyon.
It's not just sand.
Okay, but then wouldn't it then be what is sometimes targeted at Star Wars that makes the Star Wars universe so small? It
does.
That you've got a sand planet, so it has to be Tatooine.
I mean, I'm only going by what I saw on the pictures. That's what it reminded me of.
Right.
I mean, it could be. We could be totally wrong, and it could be Spain.
It could be.
Or
it could be.
Han Solo goes on holiday.
It could be Jakku. It could be another complete. I would be surprised if it was Tatooine, but on the same hand, there's no reason why it couldn't be. But
he's well known in Tatooine, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jabba and things like that. He's known.
That's the thing that would make me think that it could be Tatooine
He's gone to see Jabba.
Because something there has to be something in the movie that bases the start of the relationship with Jabba.
It's going to link to the New Hope, isn't it? And the why.
I think that's one of the things that you have to find out. How he met Lando, how he got the Millennium Falcon, how he met Chewie, and this beef that he has with Jabba.
Yeah.
Now, whether it'll be the actual beef that's the reason that he's got a bounty on his head, I don't know. But they have to set up that relationship.
Of course they will, because he obviously worked for Jabba, didn't he, as well?
Jabba.
Smuggling.
Yeah.
You getting all down and
that's
funky.
What you're going to see Bruno Mars seeing Jabba.
You're like, right.
Wait till I start doing
your hat on the side.
Start doing my James Brown
flat peak cap.
I should have done that. I should have it like that, shouldn't I? That looks.
I just end up looking like
exactly. I can't pull those kind of things off.
No. I agree.
It's just not me.
Right, so recently fan art from the Boss Logic showed what actress Rosario Dawson would look like as AHSOKA Tano. Is that right? Is that pronounced? AHSOKA Tano. When she saw this, she commented how she would love to play the role. And speaking on Good Morning America to promote her movie Unforgettable,
which has been very forgettable in the box office.
Apparently so. They spoke about Marvel and such like with Disney, and being brought up was the Star Wars movies and how she would be interested in playing Ahsoka. If Lucia... Sorry... I just made a mistake there. Been playing Ahsoka, and she would be interested if Lucasfilm would be looking to use her as a character in any movie. So she would like to do that.
Right.
Now, did you see the picture of this?
I haven't seen the picture. I really like Rosario Dawson.
And me.
In everything that she's in, whether it's Clerks 2, Sin City. I thought she was great. She's fantastic in Daredevil.
Yeah. She's that whole character that she plays in Marvel links so well. I mean, I know we're not talking Marvel, but she's a great actress.
She is the sinew that links all the little bits together, all the different shows together. But I really... There's two things. One, I don't know if they could ever do a movie of that character.
I don't think it's about being a movie about her. It's about whether she appears in the universe again. So whether it be a standalone film about somebody else and she appears in it.
Okay.
She would like to play that character because of the artwork that was brought out with her as playing it.
Right.
And it really does look good.
My other thing is that it seems a bit unfair that you have the lady that does a voice and has done a voice all through the Clone Wars and in Rebels wouldn't get the chance to play her in a movie. I'm going to try and find a name as well.
What, the lady who does it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just one of those sort of...
Ashley somebody.
Yeah. Or maybe she'd be contracted. Not. I don't know.
Ashley Eckstein.
Wouldn't it be more of a CGI sort of character anyway? I mean, the look of her.
No, because they had...
Would it just be makeup?
They had somebody made up as one of that... I can't remember the name of the bloody species now, which is crazy, because I should do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
no,
bad.
Don't worry.
I should
Somebody will comment.
But in in Revenge of the Sith, there was another one of that.
No, I wasn't sure whether they used a bit of CGI. It was just makeup.
It was just makeup. Yeah, so Twi'lek, isn't it? I think it's Twi'leks. But anyway, I'm just, I don't know. And the way that Rebels goes, you'd be surprised if she survives
or
Rebels.
picked up in a movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's put it out there for Lucasfilm.
And why not? There's nothing wrong with sort of showing your interest.
Exactly, because it seems that she is a Star Wars fan. Right, so at the celebration, Kathleen Kennedy spoke that there were plans to announce a new spin-off movie and that the next Star Wars movie wouldn't be announced until next summer, which we spoke about before.
We did.
But in a recent interview, it now appears that plans for the future spin-offs are going to be discussed over the next few months, and with a table read for episode 9 soon. When speaking to the Spanish outlet E-Cartel, she said, "To be honest, we are beginning to talk about the spin-offs right now. We have 4 or 5 weeks immersed in the film Han Solo, and we are about to read the script of Colin Trevorrow's episode 9. So we have a lot of work to do at the moment. In the next 6 or 8 months, we will have some meetings about the stories on which we will develop. After 40 years of adventures, fans have so much information and so many theories about the way that they can take these stories and theories that emerge are sometimes new ideas for us that we hear, read and pay attention to everything that is said. It is clear from the franchise it is owned as much by the fans as it is owned by the people at Lucasfilms." So, all that came through. And then recent, very, very up-to-date news. It has now been confirmed that episode 9 will be released. Colin Trevorrow's movie will be out on the 24th of May, 2019.
Indeed. So
it seems that Star Wars has now moved away from the Christmas releases and now gone back to the original summer blockbuster release. What's your thoughts? Do you prefer it back in the summer?
On which bit?
Well, obviously the change. So let's go back to what Kathleen Kennedy said.
Well, what she said, I mean, that fits then that Comic-Con or D23, they're going to announce what the next standalone movie is going to be. I think if they're talking about it in the next few months.
Yeah, well, and that's July.
Yeah.
We'll be in April now.
Yeah, so that gives us... You can't tell me that as a story group, they don't know what it's going to be, but obviously maybe sorting out deals and...
Well, they've already sort of also hinted that once this trilogy is finished filming, they're not going to move on to another trilogy for a little while. They're going to leave it for quite a while. Right.
But then I guarantee they're still going to do the standalone movies.
And there isn't anything to say there couldn't be a 2-part spin-off movie or a 3.
Well, they keep saying Obi-Wan Kenobi could be a trilogy. I wouldn't be surprised if the Han Solo movies, if the first one works really, really well,
they do another.
Yeah, because
it could be an ongoing adventures of, isn't it? It's almost like your Indiana Jones.
It's not going to be Indiana. You say it very posh. I've brought you up on that before.
It's all
Indiana.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Why do you say it like that? Don't you think that sounds very posh?
I don't see it.
Indiana.
I don't see it myself.
Indiana. Anyway, let's. No, I'm just saying that. Just classist. Classist.
Oh, but yeah.
But I think it's interesting. Some would say that maybe they're moving it to the May slot, so it gives them a chance of releasing 2 Star Wars movies a year, and I've still have one in December.
I genuinely don't think they're going to.
Once they said that they're going to maybe give the saga films a rest, then you could say, yeah, that's probably a reason why.
Yeah. But I think they obviously want to go back to the summer because that's where it always originally was.
Exactly.
I think they only moved it maybe to the Christmas slot because maybe the production wasn't finished. Yeah. They knew it wouldn't be, and so they had to give it that extra bit of time. So, and also the release date being given out for.
Yeah, it's a release date.
Could still,
I'm more interested in the fact that they're going to do they've got a script, and they're going to do a script read through.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah, soon. But the thing is, we've got the end of the new saga, the new trilogy, is literally 2 years away.
Yeah.
Whereas for the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, we had to wait 3 years in between for each film. Yeah. So it's going to be 4 years that we've got the whole trilogy. So as a Star Wars fan, that's what I want. I want a Star Wars film every year. You want it
exploding all over you.
I do. I want a Star Wars film every year.
Of course,
I don't think anybody is going to get, if they're of the quality that we've had, you get 3 Marvel movies a year.
Yeah.
You're going to get 2 or 3 DC movies a year. So why would you not, if it's going to be different things, imagine an old Republic movie or a Darth Plagueis movie or whatever they decide to do.
Well, don't forget Lucasfilm, which brings me on to a little side note of announced the release date for the Indiana Jones film.
Hey, Indiana.
July the 10th, 2020. Spielberg and Ford are both returning for that.
Yeah.
Now, if this is to take off, there's nothing to say that the mantle, the baton can't be passed over to something else with any on that. So
I think it would.
That's Lucasfilm. So there you go. You could have, if it works, 2 films a year from Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily have to be on the Star Wars.
But I do think with that movie has to be a setup to
pass it over,
take it backwards.
Yeah.
It's almost it has to be a passing of the torch to a brand new Indiana Jones. It has to be.
Well, yeah, you can't really have the. Because how old would he be in 2020?
He's got to be. He'll be pushing 70, probably late 70s.
Yeah, he's going to be.
He's got to be early mid 70s. Yeah, so yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
But if he can still do it, there's nothing wrong in it.
Absolutely.
So what do you think?
Is that it for news?
That's it.
I was going to say, before we round up, I put a little shout out for some questions.
Oh, okay.
Just to ask us some questions that we, if we get them, we can do them every week. Just some quick little questions that we can maybe do a little bit of assessing. A little bit.
Okay.
So we had Jackie J.
Okay.
Asked us who would win in a fight between Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Oh, interesting.
Because in theory, they're the same person.
Yeah, in theory.
Because Boba Fett is a clone of Jango.
Oh, I don't know. That'd be a hard one to call because in theory, it should be a draw.
In theory. But Boba Fett is a bounty hunter. Jango Fett wasn't a bounty hunter, was he? He was just a soldier. So do you think being a bounty hunter... Being a bounty hunter, Siri deciding to try and answer the question for us. I'm going to go with Boba Fett because I think he'd be a bit more underhand.
Do you know? I was just going to say that. I think Boba Fett because he would fight dirty. A soldier's going to have the principles and the stuff upper lip.
Yeah, although saying that, Jango Fett did headbutt Obi-Wan Kenobi when he was fighting.
Only in the US version.
Only in the US version. Although, no, the one's on Sky now.
Oh, they got it back in, have they?
In there, yeah.
That's a bizarre thing, wasn't it? To take that out to be able to get it a PG certificate.
Yeah. But then they're lobbing arms off.
I know. It makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
So Boba Fett is the unanimous
I'm going to go
decision.
Boba Fett with that one. And the other question we had is Bry T. Said, what's the best way to watch the saga if you've never seen them before?
The original trilogy first, followed by the prequel trilogy, and then obviously the new trilogy.
Right, and
in the order.
And
because
would you put Rogue One before? Because if you got Rogue One as well, place that before Episode 4.
Do you know I genuinely watch them in the order they were released? I don't. Would you put Rogue One before?
Because it just automatically rolls into.
It does.
But I will say, now I went and had a tattoo done today.
Ooh.
And Zoe, who was very proud of herself, and said, I managed to get through all the Star Wars films, she said. But she watched them in episode order.
Right.
And she said she absolutely loved it.
Right.
She said she was devastated when Yoda died. And I said, that's interesting. I said, because how did you feel when Vader says, I am your father?
Yeah.
Spoilers. And she said, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think, she goes, because I sort of knew, I knew going in, I didn't know much about Star Wars, but I knew that Vader was Luke's father, so it didn't really. But she said, I thought the way that the story went, it just had me gripped all the way through. And I thought it was really interesting to hear.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can imagine it would be, but I mean, if you went into it and you had no idea about the Vader and Luke, the revelation in Empire, right? It would be spoilt by watching the prequels.
Yes.
So that's why I always say, if you've got no idea what's going to go on or you don't know anything about it, watch them in the original order.
So you're going 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with the sequels. You could happily watch Rogue One in front of A New Hope if you really want to do that. I haven't got a problem with that.
So you're saying Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. What about you?
I'd go 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
What about Rogue One? Oh, you'd have it at the end. Have it before. It rolls perfectly in.
Yeah, it does, but it's a weird one. If you're going to do 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, I think if you were going to do it 1, 2, 3, Rogue One, 4, 5, 6.
Be interesting to watch it in that order, wouldn't it?
I would do that. One day when I've got a couple of. Well, I'm on holiday. Maybe I'll do it in a couple of days. But there you go.
Yeah. So, what would you watch your Star Wars movies? In what order would you recommend to people that had never seen them before? Do tell us in the comments below. And when you do comment, do remember to like this video, please.
Indeed. And if you'd like to come and subscribe, click on Boba Fett's helmet, because that's where our little subscribe icon will be. And when you do subscribe, also click on the notification icon, which is the little bell, and that will tell you every time we release a new video.
Yes, absolutely.
So there you go. Yes. Thank you very much. That's episode 31.
31. Thank you, Indiana.
That's okay, Neil. Indiana.
Oh,
dear. We might have to start doing a little bit of an Indiana Jones spot when Indiana Jones starts.
Well, when there's some more news, apart from a release date.
Yeah. But that's it. So thank you very much, Neil.
Thank you very much, Pav.
Thank you very much, everybody. And may the force be with you all.
Ways.
Indiana.
Classist.